guys, no, I do not have any secret information on the tripods coming up. But it has got me thinking because there's been a couple little hints that have been snuck in here, and they're not really snuck in. We've had the Q&A that came out, which mentioned that they're just putting the final touches on the tripods. Also, the keen-eyed community, some members of the community, noticed that the thumbnail of the question and answer image that the Des put out actually had a picture of the tripod stand in it, so I cut it out there and I put it on this thumbnail here. So it looks like the model for the tripod stand's all done, and there's putting the finishing touches on it. That would indicate to me that it's coming pretty soon, and it seems to be a bit of a buzz around the tripod. So it got me thinking. I was out walking the dog. I'm like, what kind of new life can a tripod bring to Wave the Hunter here, and how can we use it in our hunts? And I'm going to combine this with a new hunting strategy I had. Now, this you could have done all along, sort of. It uses the new hunting pressure system to easily manipulate the need zones in a way where you can sort of create a large killing zone for some deer or whatever animals you're hunting by setting up a tripod stand in key positions where you can make a bunch of need zones. They're often zoned, and we're just going to go over that here in a minute. So I think there are many spots around the map where there's clusters of need zones. A lot of them around little lakes and things like that, and that's where we're going now. And before we're using the UTV, right, parking it and jumping on top of it. But if we're allowed to put multiple tripod stands, this could be very interesting. We don't know if there's going to be multiple or if you can only have one. Who knows? I want to be able to put 50 all around the map. Yeah, we don't really have any specifics at all. The lake I'm going to now has one built-in stand already. And I was thinking if I had a tripod stand right now, I would put the tripod stand on the other side of the lake. So if I wanted to simulate the kind of hunt I'm thinking, what I would do is I would park the UTV. So here's the lake now. I think I've been here today already, so I think I spooked everything. But I loaded in, so everything should teleport back, actually. But yeah, so the strategy I want to go over today about trying to create a massive amount of animals in a single area. What do we got running here? Oh, I didn't even hear these guys. Alright, since some wolves are running. Yeah, there's a stand in the trees here, right here. And then the reason why I want a second stand is depending on the wind. Because right now the wind isn't perfect for this stand. It's not bad, it's kind of neutral for each. But I would set like a tripod stand on this side. And then, so you have some flexibility depending on the wind of the day. And so this is the lake I'm talking about here. This is a incredibly busy lake. Now before we were not able to adjust the need zones around, and that was a big advantage to that because it was pretty much solid stone. You would know where the animals would be. They didn't really use their rare zone very often, and so you could just kind of remember that one often zone. It would never really flip very much, but now they're flipping all the time. So what you can do is on this lake here, I've actually lost track of them all. There's one or two elk that visit the lake. I can't tell. I didn't look at the toolbox. Here's a mule deer. Yeah, so often elk, and there's another often elk over here, I think. But it could be the same. It could be the same elk herd, just overlapping with this mule deer one. I think it is. I think it's only one elk that comes here. I didn't actually check the. Yeah, I think it's still the same one. So there's this Rocky Mountain elk drink zone. As you notice, I've got it to be often. And then there's a mule deer zone set as often as well. And they kind of overlap here. Now, of course, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is just elk. But at 11, you'll have elk and mule deer standing here. And that can look quite awesome. Let's see here. Do I have anything? Yeah, everything's kind of already scattered on me. What time is it? That's because it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, everybody's off sleeping. Okay, that makes sense. What? Okay, that's the same mule deer. Or it could be another one. See, there's an elk and a mule on the north side. And then there's a mule and a whitetail down on this side. And I think I have them all set to often. This is where the thumbnail shot was from. Did I get the... Looks like they're over there. Did I get the whitetail one on the screen yet? This is all mule deer. Where's the whitetail one? Where are you, whitetails? Who's this that's flashing? I should have picked this up before. Yeah, whitetail. So all of them are often. So what I want to do is I'd actually want to set a stand up over here or something like that. But I could drive the UTV over. So I mean, this strategy you could do now anyways. I was just sort of thinking about sort of setting up repeat kind of kill zones like this. Because if you do the math on this one, I was counting them earlier. If each herd's at least 9 animals, like you're looking at 18 over here, another 18 over there, right? So you're getting, you're bypassing 30 animals right on this little tiny little lake. So if they all show up at the same time about 11 a.m., it's just crowded. But then that's where the strategy comes in. But this is a really good strategy, I think, that I'm going to try here in a minute to be able to just scout out a whole lot of herds in one go. So that is what I'm planning on doing with the tripods when they come out. Now, tripods is in plural. I'm hoping that's the case. It is possible that we'll only ever have one and only be able to deploy one. But I'm trying to think of... Oh, what in the... I'm trying to think of, all the different strategies you can use. So, I mean, you can do most of them, but I think it'd be really handy. The other thing I was thinking is, if you could place multiple tripods... Can I drive through this? I don't think I can. Oh, that's nice. If you can place multiple tripods around the map, they could be a nice way to mark things, right? Instead of having all these little blue arrows all over the place that you accidentally delete. Then we can at least have some kind of customization to the map where you can set tripods up on high traffic game trails, or in situations like this where you set up special zones where it'll be like a high traffic area. So I thought that'd be good if we can set up multiples, and you could, kind of have them scattered around your map and sort of remember to check them. How do I get down here? This area we're going, I can't remember if I showed this yet. It's this lake down here in Green Acres. This is one of the farthest lakes to get to on this map, since you can't get the UTV to these fast travels. You can come in here, but it doesn't work if the wind's going this way, right? You have no way of approaching from the west or getting here quickly. If you go to this campsite up here, you pretty much die on the way down all the time. I never have the patience to maneuver or walk down here well enough, and it's still a huge hike. And this one's no better. So your closest cabin's way over here. That's where I'm coming from now. So this lake down here is definitely a secluded sort of one. You can sort of use this one too, which is super easy, which is my next choice. It's just this one already had a bunch of often zones already added. But yeah, you could switch and do this one and just teleport in, so that would be really easy as well. And I guess what you would do is put a tripod stand almost right on this campsite. You'd have to leave a little bit so that they would spawn in. I think it's about 100 meters, so you have to back up a bit. And then you can come back and jump on your tripod. There's a stand up here too. I don't remember what that one can see. I think you can probably see the lake down there from that one. But anyways, that's what I'm doing down here. We have this elk here. Yeah, this elk also goes to this lake. And then here's the mule deer, goes to both. So I've steered these elk and mule deer off to this lake. Then there's this mule deer here and this whitetail. So and they're all coming here. So what I've done is it's 9:30. I want to get down the west side because the elk are still going to be here. So the goal is to sort of get over here somehow and then not disturb the elk. And then pretty much wait here till about 11 on the west side. See if we can get all the animals to show up. I sure hope we can. And then comes the strategy part, which everybody would have to decide on their own. When you have that many animals all in one spot, do you just take the 338 and just open up and try and get as many as you can? Or do you utilize our hunting pressure information that we know to try and keep that setup just like that? Try not to flip the zones so that they're always off, and you can always have this little high population hunting area that you can always visit. And I'll go over that too. I'm not it's a lot of information about the hunting pressure is still not fully known or not widespread, so I'll go over some of the key points on how to make that happen. We're gonna go down this way and just do the approach here. If they do the tripods right, I thought, see, I've been under the impression for a while that they're a ways off. You know, like the end of the first quarter, which they might still be, or like in the summer or something like that. That's, I mean, with that image there and the Q&A showing that, you know, the model's all done, and that they dropped those couple sort of hints with the image in the Q&A. I'm thinking that it's hopefully sooner rather than later. And tripods, the deployable equipment is something I've really wanted in the game for quite some time. So I've just recently started thinking about it. That's kind of why I'm making the video here, sort of trying to generate ideas how I'm going to put them to use. I think it'd be really good for Ranger players too, because I want to get more into Ranger these days as well. So one of the biggest strategies for Ranger mode hunting is to ambush, right? Get to the zone before they do and then wait. Which is definitely a big patience game. But a lot of Ranger players opt for that because it's so challenging to sneak up on them. And that's a lot of the way I would do Ranger as well. So these tripods would definitely give you a nice little option to do some ambushes. I don't even know what difficulty I have this set on. Probably hiker. Oh yeah, I have to make another video too, Way of the Hunter, because I have a new little way, another way that I started hunting that's kind of neat. I should share that. So keep an eye on the next one as well, because it's an interesting blend of the two difficulties. As long as I don't get distracted by the tripods being released tomorrow or something like that. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome though? I release the video saying tripod soon, and then they come out the same day? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. So this is what I mean here. This would be rough wind for the other approach from where that stand is right now. So it'd be nice to be able to create your own stand on the west side. And yeah, oh yeah, see there's those elk. Alright, they're actually fairly close. Yeah, it must be hiker. I probably would have bothered them by now. So this is really good because you could have the tripod stand set here already. Where before I would need to drive the UTV up here. And that would spook the elk, right? So you could sneak up to it, jump in your seat, and be ready to go. Let's see if we can find a spot that's nice little open here. Just gotta make sure I'm not alerting them. Good. Don't know I'm here. Even on the hiker difficulty, they'll still bust you if you're too impatient anyways. So I have some time now. We'll talk about the hunting pressure a little bit. Sorry, what time is it? They're 10. So in about 15 minutes, we should have some... Is this one doing the inspect mode? This one's inspecting, isn't it? Yep. So that tells me that I've at least registered on their alert meter. There, now she's dropped it. We got some wolves over here too. Foxes also come here too, but their drink times don't line up with anything. Yeah, but when you see an animal come out to inspect you, then you know that you've at least triggered their alert meter a little bit. Not high enough to set them off, but they're aware of you, right? So So I'm just taking a look here. I'm not actually looking at the hunter sense. I'm actually more like looking at their animations. This guy's got to be taken out. He's the smallest mature 1-star. Wow. We got over here a 2-star. Yeah. Not a great herd. The problem with this spot, of course, is it's not a private area. So they don't got a bonus. Is that all there is in here? Is the 3 bulls? That's kind of disappointing. Oh well, might as well while we're sitting here. Take a looky-loo at, oh, I got it in pause mode. I don't want it in pause mode. Area here, there we go. Oh, no, I'm started walking forward. That would have been bad. Did I alert them? No, okay. We don't have to worry about this guy. He's gonna be too young anyways. Looking fairly symmetrical, but was he an adult? Yeah, he was. So we can take some time and just see how rough he's looking or how good he's looking here, because it's not a very strong herd. He's probably right down in the middle of everything. I mean, he's not looking that bad, really. Oh, we have our other targets here. These 2 guys are both going to be low. Well, he's going to be right middle of the road, and this guy's just... Look how... Oh, yeah. You gotta go, buddy. You gotta go. How's the fur looking for age? That's about as old as they look, I think, too, eh? Yeah, they're looking like last year or 2. Alright, well, we definitely have targets here. Here we are. So, what happens when the others arrive? Of course, we should be up a little higher. Nice sitting and relax. Now, I didn't actually check the feed zones. I don't think I'm on one of the trails or anything. I'm kind of wondering maybe if I'm in the way. Yeah, I don't have any zone there. I could bugger them up here. I didn't actually look to check the feed zones. Because if they walk in the scent there, I'm not going to get them. So that's the problem with that strategy. The other way would have been to wait till 11 when they're already here and sneak up. But I thought it'd be fun to watch them come in. And I wanted more time to see the elk. So there are different ways of doing it, right? If it doesn't work out, maybe I'll just do the run again. Move the time ahead and we'll do a couple runs at this. But yeah, when they get here, there should be mule deer over here that come in from that direction. And the whitetail mule that, yeah, I don't know how they're going to get around the scent. I could have buggered that up. Anyways, if they do get by me, they might just walk right by me. Well, it could be fun to see. But if you set it up right, yeah, you'll have these guys, mule, whitetail, mule here. And the trick is, though, if you don't want to... is that wolves? Yeah, if you don't want to flip the zones, like if you want to keep it set up this way, you can essentially only take one from each herd, but you can't even really do that. Let's see how to explain this now. Ideally, you would just take one animal, that's it. But what flips a zone, there's some things that depend on this, but if you kill 2 animals from a herd on the zone, it's most likely going to flip it. So right there, you're limited to taking 1 animal per herd. So you could take a mule here and a mule over here, or like a mule and an elk, something like that. And that should keep all the zones the same. The other thing that flips a zone is if you use a high-powered rifle, which most of the time you're using, especially for these guys, is if they hear 4 shots go off on a single zone, it'll flip the zone. So if you take a mule deer here with 1 shot and an elk over here with 1 shot, you got a lot of pressure on the mule, a lot of pressure on the elk, and then the other 2 herds got a little bit of pressure from the gunshot. But the herds that you harvested. Apparently, don't take additional hunting pressure from the second gunshot, but I'm not sure on that one. But basically, 2 animals, that's it. Because if you keep firing, once you hit 4 shots, they could all flip. Yeah, so basically, you gotta be really careful with that. I would recommend taking 2 animals tops from 2 different herds. So you'd grab 1 elk and 1 mule if you're fast enough, or just take the 1 animal. The rest of it is, once you've done that though, here's the other trick, is you can't come back here anytime soon, once you put pressure on here. So this information comes courtesy of Greg Toothless Chihuahua with his 100-something plus page manual of Way of the Hunter. He did some of this testing, and it was discovered that you can't use the in-game time to dissipate hunting pressure. So you just can't fast forward time. The only way hunting pressure goes away is with real game time, real in-life time played. And we're looking at 4 hours or so to clear it, 3 or 4 hours or something like that. So basically, once you've done your 1 shot here, you're done for a while. I'm hoping we can have different tripods set up around the different spots, because then you can go to another one, one over here, and just kind of, or spend some time setting another one up. But it's a little tricky because that's a lot of trying to pay attention to, like how much real time you've played. But we don't. Last I heard, we don't really know the exact time. It's at least 2 hours, and probably looking more like 4 hours to make sure all the hunting pressure clears. It might be something like every hour a point of hunting pressure goes away or something like that, but we don't really know. It does look like 4 hours clears the whole thing, though, last I heard. So this is definitely not like a high volume hunting strategy here. But it is a good one to see a whole lot of animals at once, so you can sort of take a trophy or something like that. Or you can just open up, take as many as you can, and then there's tons of strategies. Like check this one out. Say I shot like a mule from the herd over here, and an elk from this one, and they both go to this other lake. Well, if I flip both of these zones, then I know the next time I can have another tripod stand set up on this fast travel spot, find that mule deer and that elk herd over here, and then hit them again. And that's where the hunting pressure gets a little tricky, because if you do the same thing, flip the zones back again, once you flip them over to the other zones and then flip them back again, the zones are stuck. Then these will stay as often need zones for an undetermined amount of time. I don't actually know when that all resets, because what's happening is you have hunting pressure on these zones, and then you have newer hunting pressure on these zones over here. So, but these zones these zones will flip back to the lesser hunting pressure, but they can't, for some reason they can't flip back again. So it's like they can't flip to another hunting pressure zone, even though they'll do it once. It's really kind of weird, because you have hunting pressure here, they flip, you put hunting pressure here, they flip back, and then you can put a lot more hunting pressure here and they won't flip again. So they get kind of stuck, but I don't know how long. You can do something like that and then pretty much lock this lake down. But eventually it'll reset probably. But that, in the nutshell, is sort of what we know about the hunting pressure system. And of course it can change at any time. So what I'm going to do here is just sit back and relax and give my voice a rest and wait for these animals to come in. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're kind of journeying away. Are they leaving already? Do I have their zones marked? No. I don't have nothing explored down here. What do they drink to again? 9 to 1 or something like that? Yeah, they have rest time at 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's too early. Where are you guys going? It didn't detect me though. I mean, I registered because of that inspect on it, but that's not enough to move them out. They're in a travel mode. I'm gonna jump over to the toolbox. Well, those little buggers, because they're supposed to be at the rest zone at 1 o'clock. Are they going directly east? Pretty much they are. Oh, that's whitetails coming in. Here they come. I don't really get a break now, do I? Well, that's interesting, because they don't need to... Their rest zone they're heading to the east is just south of this fox. I guess that takes them a while to walk to, but man, you don't have much time to get them at that drink zone then. I think they're moving out. Well, that's too bad. I needed to call one of those guys. Maybe they'll turn around. I got some footsteps over here. So wind's going this way. The wind's still okay. I can use the camera. See, I don't have headphones on, so I can't pin the location of the footsteps. Kind of bugger. Yeah, these guys are definitely moving out. Almost turkeys. Really didn't hang around here very long. So where are these whitetail then? I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this lake set up the way it is. I might just wreck all the zones. I'm not too sure really, because I can just flip them back again. Guy's looking all right, eh? And I'm just looking, trying to see the symmetry here. He doesn't look that symmetrical. When you used a 2-star tricking me. Look at this guy's all lopsided. And then looking like an okay size too. What's he gonna be? A 4-star? 3? Probably a 3, eh? But he's looking like he's probably gonna get bigger. How about age? What's the fur looking like? These guys don't live too long. He's looking pretty old in that sunlight. How many bucks we have here? $5. 6? It's looking pretty cool though. Looking pretty symmetrical too. Oh, I'm gonna walk into that one. So how many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Oh! Holy smokes. We got mule deer right here. Look at that setup, eh? They all went around the scent. So who do we got here? No, we're gonna worry about you. Guy's a wonky donkey looking one here. He's looking pretty symmetrical though. How about you? Looks like he's the only interesting one. He's not big enough to be too crazy, I don't think. How about you? Alright. Well, that is an interesting spot. Like, look at that, eh? You can put that tripod stand right here. And you kind of can know which way they come. They'll just surround you. How many's in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Yeah, so it's 20. And this is each herd pretty much has a cap for population. And I think both of these are at their cap, 11 and 9. I mean, these herds have hardly been touched with about, 100 in-game days, so... Now, the only other thing is, there should be another mule deer herd coming down here. Unless they decided to stay at their other zone. Did these guys get here early? They get here early. I think they did some adjustments for the times. Animals are not quite on the clock as they used to be. Yeah, 4-star. Well, he'd be an interesting one to watch. So I don't want to mess up these zones, because I want to see him again. The problem is I think he's just going to die. Right? These, do I have them unlocked since they all got reset on me? Or did this finally get... Yeah, what are the chances he's got another year in him? They only live 8 years. They did change this again. This used to be 9 and 9, right? Maybe it was 8. I know they changed the females, but not since I last looked. I need to sneak up here to see these mule deer. And I want to wait some more time. One-star mature. Another 1-star. Where's the... Oh, that's this herd's just beat up. 3 stars, yeah. Nothing special here. In a way, I'd want to lock these zones down so I could clear out these herds. Just wreck them. But I should watch this guy. Decisions. I think I'm gonna wait and see if this other mule deer herd comes in or not, because they still have some time. Yeah. Looks like the other mule deer aren't coming down. Last time I was here, they didn't come down either. Stuck at their rare zone, I guess. Well, that's too bad. I wanted all 3 herds here, just to sort of demonstrate my idea here. I want to be able to see all the deer at once, right? Now, in the way these guys are hiding back here, though, it's kind of... Last time I seen them, they were all down here. Like they sort of all mingle together. This guy inspecting me? What are you doing? Yeah, but I haven't seen this one. This guy didn't come down either last time. But I wanted to have all 3 of them here. With the elk, just to show how much animals, but... oh well, you can't have everything. Yeah, I think he went to inspect for a second. Turned around here. As a side note, if you hear a hum in the background with my new mic, I actually turned on a heater. It's a little test. I want to see if it actually gets picked up on it. The mic's so sensitive, it picks up the fans of my computer, so not too sure if that hums too much or not. I'll find out anyways. But yeah, that's what I was thinking on with the tripods. I'm thinking what I'll do. I don't think I'm going to shoot any here. It's going to be like a not very action-packed video, because I want to wait and see what that 4-star whitetail does. And I'm thinking where I set tripods up, hopefully again we could have mini tripods. I think I'll set them up in areas that I have a plan for. So if I set them up here, I'm not going to ever change these zones. And if I want to go on a harvesting spree, I'll just do it elsewhere. So set them up in like your favorite zones, or like a zone you have a plan for. But this one I'm not really too sure what to do, because I kind of want to focus on this lake, since you just can fast travel there. This one's kind of annoying. A little bit. Going from there to there is not bad. I'm not really too sure. You sort of have to think about it. I might just target both of these, right? Put a stand on each one. Like we have these ones. But you sort of want to position them where you want to. But anyways, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think I'll bugger up this zone. Not yet, anyways. I think I'm gonna give it a year. Let this 4-star guy grow, and then take it from there. See if he actually hits 5. I don't think he will. I really want to just call these guys like crazy. Where's the drink zone for these guys? The other one. I'd have to locate that. In this kind of scenario with these herds like this, I'd want to keep tracking them down and just take down all the low fits. just go after them hard. I might do. I might wreck these zones. I don't know. Depends on what I'm thinking here. What I'm gonna do though is I want to check the other mule deer herd, and since it's not here, it's gonna be at the other spot, and that's a real easy spot to check. We're just gonna fly over here. Oh, 35 minutes. Oh, video's going. It's alright though. So what you have to do here is they spawn here, but it's too close. You have to back up a little bit. Wind's really good too. And they should be popping back in when I get up here a little ways. Or sometimes you can just use the camera mode. See, are they popping in now? At least I'm assuming they're here since they weren't at the other one. You can take the camera and it will count for distance. Just back it all the way up. And then if we pop back into river, there, they're there. There's that trick. And they're at their rare zone, so I can blast away here. There's also a whitetail herd that comes across here, but I think they're... Which one comes across? This guy. I don't know where his other drink zone is, but he's at his other one. Okay, so at least we can harvest something here. They're just middle of the road. Nothing exciting on these ones. 2-star adult's not bad though. 1-star mature. Alright, let's take a swing with the 30-06. And then what we'll do is we'll age the whitetail, or at least I'll try to. And oh, I already forgot which one he is. I think he's right in the middle there, isn't he? No. I almost got him mixed up. The 2-star adult looks better than this 1-star mature. There we go. Oh, you're gonna dance around, are you? Could try and take 2 at once. Well, come on. That's not a shot to take. This might be a back to the head shot here. Lift his head up. Ready, animation to lift your head. Now. No. He should be lifting his head here. Gotta be quick. Something I am not. That was a... I'm not even sure where I hit. You're gonna go down. Oh, he turned his head away at the right time. There we go. Pincushion there. Did I hit a different one that lift their head at the same time? I may never know. One of those deer might have a headache. But this zone, yeah, see, I can't flip the zone, right? So that's an advantage of finding them at the rare zone. You can just open up on them without having to worry about the zone flipping. Alright, I'll double check the zone. But, no, I shouldn't have to, though, because we did check the zone earlier. Down at the other lake. Man, that guy was, oh, there's another whitetail herd that comes here, eh? I should flip that one. This could be interesting. I could have a whitetail, elk, mule, whitetail right here at a fast travel spot. Ooh, there's something I might have to set up in the future. No, so, oh, I forget. Did I see the mule one or not? Keep not paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, rarely. So I could change all these to often. And that could be a quick little scouting run. And then, yeah, there's an idea. If one of the herds does not appear, so whitetail, mule, elk, if one of them do not appear, then you call them. I think, like, you go to their other zone and then you call them there. I think I'm onto something here. So what happened here? I missed the neck. Lift his head too high. Okay. I only missed the one shot because his head turned, right? So maybe I didn't hit another one. That one missed the artery. Good thing I did hit him a third time. Man, you'd think I'm shooting with the Creedmoor here. Under the lung. Come on now. There we go. Man, poor shooting there. I blame it on the 30-06 there, that big hunter sense dot that I'm not using. But anyways, it does have a little bit of a spread there. Am I on hiker? I am on hiker. Okay, so 39%. All right, that was still fun. I think I'm on to something though. I think I'm gonna set up my zones with those tripods and only call the herds when they're off of the zone. Okay, so what should I do? Should I track down? It's moving on, isn't it? No, I'm gonna quickly track down the whitetails that are supposed to be here. And do I not even have the other one icon on here? And then I'm gonna hit them hard and get them to flip the zone back, I think. All right, let me go look. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in this sort of style of hunting that I've just sort of started here with, like I really want those tripods to come out and I want several, so hopefully we get several. Because I'm going to use them to mark those zones like that where I can have 4 often zones or 4 or 5 often zones within range of that tripod stand. And then only ever use it to scout them and then call them when they go to their rare zone. So I think that is what I'll do. Or I suppose you can always just track them down at the feed zone or the rest zones that you don't really care about. But yeah, I sort of want to use those tripod stands to mark zones I don't want to flip. High traffic area. So I'm definitely, I'm making strategies as I go here. But yeah, this 30-06, even though not very accurate, is actually a really good hunting pressure rifle. Because as long as you empty the magazine, like those 5 shots, fairly quickly, and when they're on the zone, you should be able to flip the zone every time. These guys should be down here. Let's see here. Pretty thick on the way in. I could use the camera, I guess. See if they're even down here. Let's just see if they are. Oh no, they're over here. Off the zone. I guess the zone's a little spread out there. Wait, no, I'm looking for a whitetail. Oh, they're over here. Alright, we got... I wasn't expecting these guys. They're low fit, man. That is just a small herd that might as well not even exist. Oh, 2 1-star matures. Disgusting. So many animals to call. Where were the whitetails? Over here. Oh, I thought it was albino for a second. Just mature. So this is the herd that I'm focused on because I want to flip it back. This is not. This isn't a bad zone to have them at, really, right? But the other one's got a fast travel point sitting right at it. She kind of looks albino from here, but I know she's not. That's just the old fur. At least I think. Do we not have any bigger bucks sitting here? Oh, there we go. Here's the target. Get out of the way, tree. Remember, watch out for these bulletproof limbs. Alright. It's not really a herd that I need to worry about too much, but, might as well take care of it while we're here. What range he's at? 82, he's not very far away at all. I got this here, right here, 30-06. So, basically, I don't know. I don't really have a secondary target. So I'm just going to let all the bullets fly regardless. I want to make sure the zone flips. Okay, now we're just gonna fire them in before they get too far away. Now hopefully that did the job. Reload, we'll check the zone. Now, it might have flipped that mule deer herd zone as well, but oh well. It's only so much you can control. Not like I care about that one anyways at the moment. Perfect. Should be this guy, right? Yes, okay. Good, so they're going to be opting over there now. So that's where I want it. And then I would have to put a tripod stand here to remind me. Because you can do this for all the maps and all sorts of stuff, right? 30.6 did the job there. It does a really good job on these tier 5s. Like, it doesn't even care about the shoulder. At knocking out that lung in one hit. No, it's not very accurate. It's good for close range. 19%. Yeah, he can get out of here. Okay, cool. So what I will do is I will speed up time a little bit here because I do want to check on that whitetail quick. So this is my second attempt actually at this. Well, the first time I came from this approach from the northeast, and every single herd's here, all 4 are actually here at the same time now. And I spooked this elk herd in the northeast, and it spooked everything around the lake. So that's definitely a thing in the game. The propagating spook thing, or the secondary spook stuff. They're here again though. All 4 herds are here. So it's an interesting setup. I don't know if I want to wreck it, but I can always fix it again anyways. But here's the whitetail herd. Where did I see him or not? He definitely would have aged. I slept enough days. I think it was actually 4 days in the end. So he probably died off. It's a 3-star. Where'd he come from? Like which one? Looks like there's a, yeah. The adults all became 3-star matures. But I don't see this 4-star anywhere. At least he would really stand out though if he was a 5. Oh, the mule deer are all mingling. I'm getting them mixed up now. Well, we'll use the camera just to see if there's a 5-star whitetail hanging around here. The whitetail herd's up on this side. They're walking away. And then the mules are coming in. These are the 3-stars. So he's gone. Yeah, he didn't make it. So there's the mules over there. Yeah, here's all your deer, right? There's 20 on this side. Another... yeah, almost 30. Another 9 or something over there. And then the elk have just decided to leave again. Which, they need to hit too. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about keeping the zones like this at the moment. I'm not a huge fan. This is so out of the way. I don't really, I'm going to worry about it too much. I'm not going to change any though, but I'm definitely going to hit one here. 3-star. Wasn't there a 1-star mature in here somewhere? There. Right through the trees. 100 meters. Heart shot. Good job there, Springfield. So I'm not going to worry about flipping the zone or anything like that. Just going to hello guys. Is there a 1-star mature that I can just take out here, which probably not going to have any kind of opportunity. Yeah, I know you're all alerted. There's an old guy there. they're all going to be showing me their rear ends here. Oh well. Well, I could just spend a whole lot of time just tracking these guys back and forth. There's so many of them to take out. Oh well, maybe next time I'll do that or something. Just go on a massive culling spree. There you go. Cavity hard shot. That was too high. Alright. Fair enough. Knocks out that lung though. I do like that 30-06. It's punching out those lungs instantly. 46%. There we go. We're going to end it here. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. Happy hunting. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.